Hey, this is Brandon Garnott and Paul Spica here from the Spica Real Estate World Headquarters in downtown Byron Center. And speaking of Byron Center, it's time for the monthly Byron Center market update. So, Paul, October, what have we been seeing?
The report that you have in front of you, if you don't have it in front of you, give us a call. We'd love to be able to get that to you on a monthly basis. But the report that we're looking at today is specifically for what we call the downtown Byron Center area, which does encompass a few different neighborhoods. And there are three properties that I want to point out on the report. The very first one on Bell Meadow is just kind of kitty corner from our office. It's a great mid-90s ranch. They actually had a $20,000 price drop, and so that's a great value in a fantastic neighborhood. Number two on your list. Let's see, 8936 Conifer Ridge. They actually pulled that one from the market this morning. This was printed yesterday. I checked it this morning. That one has been pulled off the market. It'll be interesting to see what happens over the next coming days and weeks with that property. And then number four on your list, 2595 South Platte. It's actually a neighbor of mine, kind of through their backyard. Sold very quickly, basically over the weekend, and a good indicator of one of those high water marks that, as the neighbor, we love to see. Mm-hmm. And that's part of why we do this, is because people are always curious what's going on in their neighborhood. And one of the things I always like to point out in this report, that's not on the report, but I like to point it out in the video, is how many homes in Byron Center are under 250,000. Last month when we did this, there were 3 homes on the market under 250,000, and I'd have to look. I think a couple of them were last month are still this month, but this month there are 8 homes in Byron Center under 250,000, which is fascinating. And there's a couple of them that are really in that 2 to 220 range, and they're great homes. A couple of them are right across from Tanger, in the neighborhood to the north of Tanger, and that's just a fantastic neighborhood where houses are consistently in that, let's say, 2 to 250 range. But 8 is a substantial increase from last month at 3, which I guess that doesn't really correlate, so there's really no good transition here. But the shiny screen in back of us, we wanted to try to do something different. So this is all of Byron Center, single family homes. This is the median sale price. If you don't know the difference between median and average, quick Google it and you'll understand why I'm using median here. Median sale price from 2016 to today. 2016, we were right at about 250,000. Today, we're at about 330,000 over the course of about 3.5 years. And that's a pretty substantial jump. What I really want to focus you in on is this section right here, though. Right about 2018, the first quarter to first half of 2018, we saw a pretty good spike. And then over the last 12 to 18 months, it's actually been relatively flat as far as the median sale price goes. And that's not to say that it is a bad market or a slowing market or anything like that. There's a lot of competition out there. And the house that I referred to earlier where the price was dropped, we're seeing more and more of that, where we need to be very, very strategic with our pricing, and homes need to be in pristine, show-ready condition all the time, because buyers have more options. Mm-hmm. And as another indicator of this is another metric that we watch. This is days on the market. So how many days does it take to go from new on the market to under contract? And again, going back to 2016, where we were seeing an average of about 29 to 30 days on the market, to today we're seeing an average of about 26. But again, this is that period that I want to look at where it dropped pretty substantially in 2017 or so to mid 2017 and stayed pretty flat. I think this was an anomaly, probably a couple properties that skewed the average. So it was relatively flat through about the first quarter of 2019, and then it went up. And granted, we're only talking a few days, but a few days in this particular metric, a few days is a lot when we're looking at averages. So another fascinating thing that we look at to gauge and help answer the question, how's the market doing? This is the type of stuff we look at to best answer that question. So anything else we need to talk about?
No, I mean this like you said, this is the type of stats that we look at, and we try and look at, when we're pricing a home, look at it from a lot of different angles, and this is one of them. And a stat like this is something that's good to do on a general, Byron Center, kind of zoomed out viewpoint. And this has a lot of different type of homes in it.
Yes.
And so when it comes to what does that mean for my home, we'll go into even more detail of homes in your price bracket. How long are they taking to sell? And again, looking at it from all those different angles to give you the best idea of, if we were to put it on the market, here's what we would be looking at.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
we're always happy to help with that information, whether you're looking to sell right now or just want to know what's my home worth.
That's my home worth.
So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.